Welcome back to NewsOne Now, 15 after the hour. Folks, huge election yesterday, but here's some other races. Danica Rome becomes the first openly transgender lawmaker in Virginia. She beat the guy, Republican, who proposed the the bathroom bill in Virginia. He called himself the biggest homophobe. Virginia Republican Bob Marshall, well, he now, as she said, he's now my constituent. We have Andrea Jenkins, an African-American, the first openly trans woman of color, elected to the city council in Minneapolis. Of course, you also have, as we talked about these other races, of course, we'll get to the mayoral races later, but also what jumps out at me, Ravinder Bhalia. He becomes, of course, the first Sikh mayor there in Hoboken. They ran a racist campaign against him, but he also was elected. Latinos did also very well. Elizabeth Guzman and Halia Ayala both beat incumbents, first ever Latinas elected to the Virginia House of Delegates. And so you see wins all over the country. Janet Diaz becomes the first Latina council member, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And again, we'll get to in the next break the various mayoral races that took place as well. Joining us right now, a couple of sisters who are very much involved in politics. Democratic Congresswoman Karen Bass out of California, Leah Daughtry, member of the Democratic National Committee. Congresswoman, I want to start with you. We are seeing folks who woke the hell up, who were asleep a year ago. They assumed Hillary Clinton was going to win. Right. They assumed there was going to be a follow to Donald Trump. And then we saw millions of women come out for the Women's March. Folks said, okay, fine, largest mass demonstration in American history, 5 million, no big deal. Will they follow that up? Then, of course, they had more than nearly 5,000 at the National Convention in Detroit a couple of weeks ago. We see the results now where folks, whether they're white, whether they're black, Latino, whether they're Asian, folks said, take our country back. We got to now do something.
Exactly, exactly. Well, you know what, I think it's been very exciting. Since he has been in office, the level of activism that I have seen, I haven't seen it in many years. And so in California, you know, we have a number of seats to contribute. We can potentially contribute 7 seats to the 24 that are needed to take back the House. And so we've been involved in an effort in the Los Angeles area where we've been working with all of the resistance groups. We've been putting them on buses on the weekend, going into red districts, doing voter education and voter engagement and registration now, a year early, and we're going to do it every week until we get to November of next year.
The shooting that took place in Texas, 26 people killed in a church, followed by what happened in Las Vegas. Gun control was also on the ballot yesterday.
Exactly.
That very well can be a potent issue going into the midterms in 2018.
Right, and if you just think about it, Trump came out and said, this is a mental health issue. It's always a mental health issue when it's a certain shooter, right? Well, if it's a mental health issue, then why in your first month of your presidency did you sign legislation to make it easier for people with mental health issues to get guns? Why did you do that? If you believe it's mental health, then why are you sabotaging the Affordable Care Act, which provides mental health treatment for people with mental illness?
Weekdays on TV One.
I will never lie to you.
Oh my God.
Roland Martin.
He doesn't want to talk to us. He wants to ignore us.
Uncensored.
Hell no. That ain't gonna cut it, boo.
Unapologetic.
No, that is fundamentally false. You are wrong.
Unfiltered.
He wants an America where we all look alike. He ain't talking about black people.
Unrelenting.
You better go work out, because you got a fight on your hands.
NewsOne Now with Roland Martin. Weekdays at 7 a.m. on TV One.